Well, we're going to put out all the fires and take a look at all the new releases coming out this week of October 8th, 2024. And if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe.
The first game on today's list is Silent Hill 2. This compilation 5, NPC. The rating is mature. Content descriptions, blood and gore, language, sexual themes, and violence. This is a horror adventure game which players assume the role of a man returning to a mysterious town while being tormented by his past. From a third-person perspective, players explore the town of Silent Hill, interact with characters, and battle human and creatures. Players use pistols, shotguns, rifles, and knives to kill enemies. Combat is highlighted by realistic gunfire, cries of pain, and blood splatter effects. Some environments depict large blood stains or intestines or organs on the wall and floors and surrounding bodies. Cutscenes of illustrations depict further instances of violence and blood and gore. Characters impaled, a character suffocated to death with a pillow, enemies with body parts sewn together. The game contains some suggestive sexual material, characters pole dancing in a strip club setting, posters of women in revealing outfits, dialogue alluding to sexual abuse or misconduct. Swear words appear in-game. And the next game on today's list is Sky Ocean's Wings for Hire. This compilation of 5, Nintendo Switch and PC. The rating is teen. Content descriptions, fantasy violence, and language. This is an adventure role-playing game which players assume the role of a misfit leader attempting to save her town from occupation. Players explore land and skies, interact with characters, and battle enemies in turn-based aerial combat. Players choose weapons and special attacks from a menu to defeat enemies. Battles are accompanied by gunfire, screen shaking effects, and dwindling hit points. Swear words appear in-game. Now let's take a look at Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. This got on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. The rating is teen. Content descriptions, violence, mouse-adjusted themes, mild language. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero builds on the legendary gameplay of the Paduka Tanaki series, offering intense high-speed battles with a roster of 181 playable characters. The game features breathtaking 3D fights that will stay true to the anime with dynamic environments that react to your actions. Players can engage in both single-player and multiplayer modes, including online multiplayer. The story mode will likely cover events from Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball Super, featuring iconic characters and battles. Now let's take a look at Metaphor ReFantazio. This compilation of 5, Xbox Series X and PC. The rating is teen. Content descriptions, blood, language, mouse-adjusted themes, use of alcohol, and violence. This is a role-playing game which players assume the role of an adventurer on a quest to save a prince from factions vying to take his kingship. Players traverse a fantasy kingdom, complete quests, and interact with characters and battle fantasy creatures in turn-based combat. Players use weapon strikes and magic spells to defeat enemy creatures. Battles are highlighted by light effects, impact sounds, and cries of pain. Cutscenes depict additional acts of violence and or blood. A sleeping man stabbed in the chest, with blood staining the sheets. A character's throat slit with blood effects. A character's impaled through the chest. A character falling to his death and leaving a large pool of blood. The game contains some suggestive material in the dialogue. Some sequences, characters can be seen drinking alcohol, including a character titled Drunk Man. A prolonged sequence depicts a drunk character slurring his speech while talking to the central characters. Swear words are heard in-game. Now let's take on the bugs in Starship Troopers Extermination. This compilation of 5, Xbox Series X and PC. The rating is teen. Content descriptions, violence, and blood. Starship Troopers Extermination is a cooperative first-person shooter set in the Starship Troopers universe. Players take on the role of an elite deep space vanguard troopers battling against the arachnid menace on distant planets. The game features intense 16-player co-op gameplay with squads, must complete objectives, gather resources, and build and defend bases, and ultimately escape the battlefield. A unique Galactic War mode offers dynamic campaign with clans, new characters, and exclusive reward. Now let's race to the finish line in Transformers Galactic Trials. This compilation 5, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The rating is everyone 10 and up. Content descriptions, fantasy violence. In this game, the evil Nemesis Prime steals the Prime Relics, a powerful artifact that the Autobots and Decepticons must recover. Players can choose to play as iconic characters like Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Megatron. The game features 10 battle race circuits while players engage in robot vehicular combat, blending racing with roguelike combat elements. This mix of genres offers a fresh take on the Transformers universe, promising an exciting and dynamic gameplay experience. And the last game on today's list with a full description is Undisputed. This is on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. The rating is teen. Content descriptions, blood, lyrics, and violence. This is a boxing simulation game which players can create a character to participate in realistic bouts as they progress through a career track. Fighters punch each other repeatedly, attempting to knock each other out. Knockout punches are replayed from several angles in slow motion. Repeated punches sometimes result in cuts on boxers' faces, with blood dripping effect. Blood also sprays briefly when boxers are hit particularly hard or knocked out. Accompanying song lyrics occasionally contain swear words. And the rest of the games are also coming out, but no information was available. Please follow Parents Guide to Games on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok, and email any questions at parentsg2g@gmail.com. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.